Hi, welcome everybody. It's Sally and Anne here from the 1% Happier and Healthier podcast. And this is our second episode of the Hyrox mini series. And it's a week since we got the tickets for Hyrox Birmingham in October. And we've now started in earnest our training plan, and we're going to be updating you every week.
We
So
are.
we're going to be covering what we've both been doing in training. We're going to do a little bit of a deep dive on the first of the High Rocks exercises, which is the SkiErg. And then we're going to have a bit of a view on how we're both feeling 1 week in. So,
Yes.
Anne, do you want to start with how your training has been going this week?
Yes, I've been working on arms this week. So I'm in France at the moment. So I've had to adapt my training slightly to the gym that I use here, which is all good. So the lovely Thomas, we had a session on Tuesday, and I've been working on building up my arm strength specifically. So we did a lot of push and pull. So I'm not very sort of au fait with the machines in the gym. So it was a really good opportunity to focus on just arm exercises. That was really good. Did that with my husband, which was interesting. And put him through his paces, Sal, put him through his
Well
paces.
done.
He said to me, "You are really quite fit, aren't you? And strong." I was like, "Didn't you not know that?"
Yeah, we're
Anyway,
high
so
roxers.
yeah, so my arms have been my focus, and also the farmer's carry.
Brilliant.
So the shoulder strength, and been doing a loop to see how long I can carry. Um, Obviously, just letting everybody know you've always got to warm up. Whatever me and Sal do, we've always warmed up our bodies first. Can't just do these things because you'll pull your neck muscles, your arm muscles. So I've been doing the farmer carry because it's just keeping consistency with letting the muscles and the body know what it's got to be doing in high rocks.
Yeah, that's right.
So as you know, we've been practicing the different stations, particularly the farmer's carry, which is carrying two weights, 16 kilogram weights either side of your arm, and it's for, I think it's 100 meters. Is it 100 meters, Sal?
Uh,
Anyway, whatever
it's
it is, it's
actually
either 100 or
200 meters.
200 meters.
200 meters.
Right, so what, 100 meters each? Yes,
Yes.
100 meters each split between us.
Yeah.
That's where I've got the 100 from. So just practicing carrying that for as long as I can. Again, just to keep those muscles engaged. This is what we're doing, muscle memory and stuff like that. So yeah, all good.
Very
Feeling
good.
good. What about yourself?
So I've just spent today creating this little training plan because
Mhm.
you know me, and I work much better with a chart that I can see and I can tick off. Even better if I have a bunch of stickers I can use. I
Gosh,
do
loves the
love
sticker. Yeah.
a reward chart. So I've created that, and so basically down the left-hand side, I've got running, plus I've got each of the exercise stations, and for each week between now and the middle of October, when the High Rocks is, I'm going to be keeping a note of what I've been doing.
Yeah.
So I'm doing okay on the running. I've done a couple of runs this week. And in terms of the skiing, I went to strength and conditioning today. So I did two lots of 1 minute on the ski. So I'm just kind
Yeah.
of keeping a little note for during my kind of regular exercises when I'm kind
Yeah.
of ticking off. So for
Yeah.
example, Tuesday I did circuits at work. And there were around 25 or 30 different stations. And it was actually a colleague on the Wednesday said, "Do you realize we did 8 lots of burpees, Sally?" And I was like, "Did we?" And he sort of said, "We know we counted up during the warm up and during the various different stations. We actually did 8 lots of
Ah,
burpees."
there you go. Yeah.
And I thought, well, that's great because that ticks off that one this week.
Yeah.
So actually, I'm quite pleased with what I've done. The only exercise I haven't done is the sled pull.
Hmm.
But you might have seen on Instagram, I've been doing quite a lot of the forward lunges because, of course, we
Yes.
bought the
Yes.
sandbag, didn't we?
Yes.
Um,
We did buy
Ages
sandbags. That
ago,
was
and
a
my
great
my
purchase.
sandbag has been in the garage. But of course, when we got the tickets last Friday, first thing I
Yeah.
did, open the garage, get out the sandbag, and I've been doing laps of the garden. So I've actually done two, four, six, eight, 10 laps of the garden with the
Oh, that's
sandbag.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So I'm just going to try and it's just by the door here. So I'm
Yeah.
going to try and do that to kind of most days is just do up and down the
Yeah.
garden
Yeah.
because we're going to have to do 100 meters between us.
Yeah.
But I guess the other highlight is the wall bowls. Now, you and I know this is normally the last exercise we do when we're together on a
Yeah.
Friday morning,
Yeah.
and they are quite tricky, but I think we've
Yeah.
massively improved over the
Yeah.
last year. So I thought today, I haven't done the wall ball since since you went away. So I thought, right, I need to force myself to do the wall ball. So I went over to the wall ball station and I happened to bump into my friend Tim. And he said, "Oh, you're doing wall balls?" And I said, "Yes." He says, "How many are you doing?" And I said, 50. He says, "No, you're not. You're doing 100." Now,
Wow.
you and I have never done 100, have we?
Never. No.
I think we built up to 60, didn't we? Because we were
Yes.
doing
Yeah. We were doing
five
sets of six.
12s.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he says, "You're doing 100. You're doing five lots of 20." So,
Oh my goodness.
so
Wow.
yeah, basically he made me do five lots of 20. So the first lot of 20 were pretty rubbish, really, because of course I haven't done it for about 4 weeks.
Yeah.
But what we did do, which was a really great tip actually, was you know how sometimes I struggle to squat low enough? We got one of those boxes, you know, the boxes we used to jump on.
Oh yeah.
I got
Yeah.
one of those low enough that I could actually touch my bum on the
Oh, that's a really
thing
good tip.
to get
Yeah.
down to the right
Yeah.
level.
Yeah.
So that worked really well. And
It's a good idea.
doing 20 in a row was tough. And I made him do them as well. And I made him do them with a 6 kilogram. But you know, he
Oh,
made it look so light. He made it look like he was
really?
throwing a tennis ball. But I'm good. Do you know what? I'm going to try and do that now every Friday. I'm going to force myself because I think if I
Mm.
can do 100, that is going to be good on the day. But I must say they were not 100 good reps. You know, I'd probably
Yeah.
say, but you know, but it's we've
Well,
got three.
100. They were
Yeah,
100.
we've got 2 months to go. So
Well, I think you're using the T and D effect there, aren't you?
mm.
Should we tell our viewers what the T and D is?
The T and D effect is that what Torval and Dean would do.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is something that Anne and I talked about at the gym probably about 6 months ago, and
Yeah.
we heard Torval and Dean on the High Performance podcast. And Torval and Dean said that when they trained for the Olympics, they trained every single day, regardless of whether they had a cold, flu, sickness bug, or a broken ankle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we train harder. So your philosophy there is by doing 100, you're going to smash the 50 that you've got to do on the day because it's not going to be the norm's going to be 100 for you.
Yeah.
So again, it's that mindset and the psychology, isn't it?
Yeah.
I love a bit of T and D.
Yeah. So that was good. So that's how the training's been going. But we thought we would do a
Excellent.
little bit of a deep dive into the SkiErg.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is the
Yeah.
SkiErg is the very first exercise station. So after we've run our first kilometre, we get to the
Yeah.
SkiErg, and neither of us had done this, had we, before we
No.
did it in the gym with
No.
one of your sons. That's right, isn't it?
Yeah. It was the first time, and it's an all well. Sally's going to tell you more about what how it works the body and what it's all about. But it was alien, and we were doing it completely wrong to
Yeah,
start off with. That's
yeah.
one
So we'd
key.
never done
That's
it
one key
before.
key learn. Yeah.
And I actually remember when they got them installed in the gym, and I thought, oh gosh, they look like machines of torture. And I saw lots of people doing them, and I thought, oh, do you know, I don't fancy that. I never really, well, didn't
Mhm.
really get involved. But yes, a SkiErg is, it's short for ski ergometer. Is that right? Or ergometer,
Mhm.
which mimics the double pole
Yeah,
motion
whatever.
used
Yeah.
in cross-country skiing. So it
Yeah.
basically, I think it was sort of replicating kind of
Yeah.
Norwegian skiing. So it's basically got two independent handles attached to high-mounted pulleys and resistance flywheels. So you stand facing the machine, feet
So
shoulder width apart, and grasp the handles with an overhand grip. And it's basically a full body workout,
yeah.
low impact, improves aerobic capacity, muscular strength, and coordination. And you know, basically works all your muscles: the triceps,
Mhm.
shoulders, abs, lower back, glutes, quadriceps. So it's really good. You remember when we first did it? We used to get pretty out of breath, didn't we? Pretty
Yeah.
sweaty.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think the pace, well, once we had our PT with Mason, so we're doing it for quite a while, weren't we? Just our own way, and just
Mhm,
actually we were going for 1,000 meters on our own singly, where it's obviously in the Hyrox, it's 500 each,
mhm.
and we're just pulling any old way. We're just doing it, and both our techniques were different. And then we had a one-to-one PT with Mason, and he helped us with our form, and it was totally different to what we were doing. he was telling us to use the dynamics and using physics of our body and our arm, the pivot of our arm, the hinge of our body to bring our arms down first. And I'm sort of indicating my body coming forwards. And it just changed everything. It just made it easier. It just flowed. It flowed.
Yeah. So it is, it's all about using the largest muscles in your body to best effect. So it's using those kind of large
Yeah.
leg and glute
Summarising it
muscles.
very
So
well
to
there. So it's like
hinge,
those legs.
yeah,
Yeah.
and to trying
Yeah.
to keep your arms straight. So it was interesting, wasn't it, when we went to the gym with
Mm,
Mason, because he sort of made it look so easy. And
mm, yeah.
it was actually quite difficult to put into practice to begin with because there were so many things to think about.
And to change, yeah.
Mm.
And I think it's, what we're learning with this, with the exercise, from being in the gym on your own to then working together. We have both techniques and we learn something from each other, and then we go to an expert and they explain a bit more, and it's that then understanding the physics and the weight bearing, where you put your weight, where you put your hinge, where you put your pivot, and thinking back to your physics classes that you did when you were younger and thinking, oh, actually, yeah, I remember a bit of that now, and then just incorporating. So again, comes back to having a bit more knowledge, just a
Yeah,
small bit more, putting it
yeah,
into practice, getting your form better, and just be more efficient.
yeah. And I think the thing is, it's about trying something new as well. Because as I say,
Mm-hmm.
when these machines were installed in the gym, I thought, oh, I'm never going to try that.
Same.
That's not for
Yeah,
me. But actually,
yeah,
it was just your son that encouraged us, get involved, let's have a
yeah,
go. And that was fine. And now when I do the strength and conditioning class, we're always on the SkiErg.
yeah,
And actually, I
yeah.
prefer it to that evil bike. So um,
Well,
much prefer it.
yeah, exactly. The evil bike is very evil. It is very evil, but can I just go back to your conversation? It's interesting, isn't it? We'd never been on these machines. Then somebody who had a bit of knowledge about them, my son James, said, Mum, Sal, come on them. I'll show you what to do. And we were like, we would never have done it unless we probably had somebody encouraging us to do it. We
Mm.
did that. We stepped out of our comfort zone. We started doing that. Then he mentioned Hyrox to us, and then you mentioned it. And look at us now. We've got
Yeah,
tickets and we're doing Hyrox. So,
yeah,
in a very
exactly.
short space of time, what we've achieved and where we've got to by
Mm.
just taking that step
Yeah.
out of our comfort zone,
Yeah.
it's awesome.
It's interesting because I was talking to a friend at lunchtime yesterday, and she said she's joined a gym. And I asked if she did any classes, and she says, "Oh, I'm not sure about a class. I'm not sure what to do." And I said, "Well, do you know what? When I look round strength and conditioning on a Friday morning, there's probably I don't know, maybe 25 people there. And do you know what? 90% of them are women our age.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
not kind of 25-year-old
No,
old
exactly. Yeah,
fitties with all the kit and the
yeah,
big biceps.
yeah,
It's all middle-aged women.
yeah.
And, I think so many women are trying to stay fit, get fit
Hmm.
for their, one, for their sort of physical health, two, for their
Yeah,
mental health, but
yeah.
also for their future health.
Exactly. Take. Absolutely. Future help is a massive one, especially for our age group. I mean, because we are deteriorating naturally. So everything we can do to stop that going downwards is going to benefit us later on in life. So I'm a big, massive advocate of that now. It's you could make a huge difference by just doing small steps that compound to bigger steps to getting more physicality into your life on an everyday basis. So, and
Exactly.
then we are doing high rocks, and yeah,
And so how are
looking
you
forward to
feeling
it.
about it now, kind of a week on? Because it was a bit of a
Oh,
shocker this time last week, wasn't it? Getting the tickets. How are you feeling now, a week on?
shock, scared. Oh my God, can't do it now. I'm like, let's do this. High rocks athlete, enjoying it. I'm going to go give it my best shot and come out feeling really proud because I'm really proud already of myself. And that's how people should feel about what they're doing. Don't be scared to be proud of yourself and what your achievements are.
Yeah.
I'm proud of us.
I know. I think it was probably one of the first things I said when I got into work on Mondays. I've got High Rocks tickets. And then somebody said, "Is that spectating?"
Oh my goodness, really?
And
Wait
I'm
till
like,
we're on
"No, I'm
that
doing it."
podium, Sal. Wait till we're on that podium.
Oh, So, okay, right. So I'm not going to see you next week, but I hope your training goes well, and I look
Yeah,
forward to catching up with you next week.
absolutely, absolutely. Hyrox, here we come.
Yes, give yourself give a high five.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.